Alright, hello everybody. Thank you all for coming. My name is Blom Tao. This is my colleague Sue Lee. What do we say about the cell phones, man? Turn it off. Okay. I'm going to be doing the English interpretation for the audience who is non-Hmong speaking. Before we start, we need to take care of some basic housekeeping. We ask that you please keep the audio clear, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Our exits, there's one back there, one to my left, one to my right. Bathroom locations, the men's room is down the hall to the left, and the ladies' room is down the hall to the right, and you have to go down the hall and go to the right. Okay, for like the children, we have some activities going on outside here for the kids if they choose to go, but if they don't want to go, they can stay here. They don't have to leave. It's just optional because we thought there were more people showing up. But yeah, thank you all for coming because there's a short time change notice. But yeah, thank you all for coming. Also, the cell phones too. I'd like to thank the volunteers for helping out. I mean, it wouldn't be possible without them. They're a lot of help to us. And also we want to thank all the people who donated food or money to make this event possible. They're all written right here. I apologize for not saying it individually because it's going to take a while. Plus, you can't really see it that way.
Okay, bây giờ ta là student for healthy future. Bây giờ nó có bi có lý do nó sư biết thằng khu nếu married for it, Dr. for it, là she professor for it nhớ có health science department. You have to show one grant and có nó chứ bao nhiêu cái bé for English show na bây giờ chỉ một chứ mà chỉ cái gì không có cái số lợi có nó hiện họ cái cái lợi nó trong cái không okay, as I introduce shaping human food. So.
Okay, we're going to introduce you the members responsible for holding this event, and we're all Chico State students. We're all Chico State students, and we're just the people who are holding the event tonight. So, you guys can just introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Tou Ger Xiong. I'm a nursing major with a double minor in nutrition and community health science.
St. Paul, major in health. We are chief on this year. 叫下杯弟弟。
The presentation that we're going to do will unfortunately be only in Hmong. We do not have the time to translate it in English, so maybe it might be a very cultural benefit for you guys to see us perform in Hmong. Can you dance without the lights sing? Great. Okay, the snowy thả cho Hmong. Thế cái nó phá rồi á, ta xíu này baby nó cũng sẽ hay cho nên thì bây giờ tôi chạy cái đầu chụp stay nữa, tôi đã khu biết tôi khu đã chụp này report mình ngắm đầu biết tôi kêu lại thì tôi nên mà chỉ nung bé chỉ lại bé nung bé bật chạy cái chân đi thế thì bé phần thò để nó là bé nhiều chơi chơi mình cao nên cái thợ bé hay dùng món chỉ trộn mang thế chỉ trộn tàu rong nên là gì that's an example of it so là chỉ lúc bé okay thôi bé tụm hôm mà tụi bé nhớ chơi trong phòng bé chụp khứ bây giờ bé mua té chụp chúng tôi là chắc chế rồi ha chỉ là nhớ rồi và xí xưa bé ha từ mình nhỏ từ chế từ ba từ cái chân bùa
cả một thầy bùa lúc tôi gạt rồi nó thì chỉ hiện từ cả bây giờ tôi gạt rồi nó hay từ tê nhà mỏ than tê rau ý nào mỏ thời trong tây lúc chỉ họ cái nói cho mỏ kiểu nó thời trong chăn chủ lúc chỉคือตัวที่มองสูงเลยแต่เราสุดท้ายเราจะมองให้สุดท้ายอยู่ที่นั่นเราอยู่นั่นเราเป็นที่นั่นที่soถ้าเขาเป็นยังได้เชิญไทยได้เชิญเราได้กู้ขาให้ได้กู้เขาได้ตัวการตัวอยู่ได้กู้สร้างถึงเราน้องไม่ฉันเราจะขอไปกู้ทั่วมองทั้งเดียวก็คือทางน้องไม่ตัวจืดได้ช่วยกันได้ช่วยกับคนไม่ใช่ฮะจะไปอยู่มองเลยน้องไม่หัวใจฮะ
จัดแต่อ่ะyou I saw your hand this is like the auction ก็จัดแต่กี่คนตัวเต็กtelevision is so fun television who said I can't see okay television is so funเองก็เจอการคือฉันยังไม่ใช่ทีวีใช่ไหมsorry ก็ป้าให้หนุ่มห้องมาที่เดียวที่กันนึกนอนเลยจะพูดกันโอเคผมไม่ได้เจอสหายจริงๆเลยจริงหรอฮะ
被什么影响？都给他。
ของเรามาที่เตียนน้ำหมอเราจงตัวนี้รู้เกี่ยสิยังนี่
因为长沙了，你都看长和美国的喏，就看这么长路这一路来，这么长路一路来大用上了，然后背后父母不长沙的水米家父母不开了开始呢。
họ nói nếu huề món chả xía or mình cả hay để diabetes nó để nói cái sát tán nó để cái sát lúc nó nếu mua ít lứa organ nó bây giờ nếu lúc pancreas bên không chỉ mua nếu mua chạy cho nó và nếu lúc pancreas nó nhưng có nó món đâu á cái nếu chỉ có hút được rong á cái thứ nếu chỉ hút được rong có từ nó mỏ tên cái có không nó mùi đi nó bây giờ cái nếu cho con nên là cái chỉ trông cho con á cái rồi vô nên để chỉ có lúc để trò trái của nó tự lúc chị tự có không phải hả?
Ok, thì ta mấy hôm tới nhà mọi em muốn chọn tàu để cho họ lục càng cái chút mấy hôm tới lục nông bé của họ cho mấy nông bé ha. Bây giờ bé cũng cho tàu ít từ nạc cụ doctor Harry tốt rồi. Giờ có bao nhiêu tới nhà thì mau được ha. Xem mấy hôm nào ha.
Mấy hôm anh chị đi chỉ khó chạy. Thầy lúc chị nói từ trước bắt chị tôi có được chậu không? nó chua cả bán nước dầu nó còn khó chịu chỉ có đủ muốn chúa chỉ cái chân người ta thay luôn cho bố hả
cả tôi thì cái hay là muốn có cả
chị
Okay. My mom actually asking, you know, the chalk, if you take it, it'll kill your kidneys. Is that true?
yeah for high
Like for diabetes
diabetes type
or high blood pressure?
근데 그 집어서만 the sister mà đã có một anything about it.
Okay, quick announcement. We'll be opening a fitness club, you know, just here in Chico. It's the 30-minute circuit training. Nowadays, you know, people don't have time, you know, to go to a big gym, you know. So this is 30-minute circuit training.
In America, Americans like to supersize everything. What do I mean? Well, for American people, if your motto is if it's not big enough, you supersize it. Here, American people have Super Bowl. You have Supermodel, Super Mario Brothers, Super Nintendo, lots of super duper things. In the Hmong culture, we don't have anything too super. So today, I declare to be Super Hmong Man Day. Da-na-na-na. 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 We're gonna start off, folks. I'd like everyone to repeat after me. Now say nya, 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 nya. Everyone. Je, jong. Say nya, jong. Now everyone go like this with your fingers. Yes, even the cool people. I want you to say it with an attitude like this. Nyo, yo. In the Hmong language, nyo, yo. It means, what's up? If you happen to come from a small town, to you, nyo, yo means, howdy. Now listen, you don't have to repeat after me. Down here. All right, we have some Hmong, some non-Hmong people here. How many of you guys are college students here at Chico State? All right, how many of you guys are here for credit? Oh. My professor told me to come. All right. Well, thank you for being here. I see some Hmong people in here too, some little kids. I'm glad you making me a yo chupa chupa udon shine to here, okay? I'm really glad the young folks came too. Now, today I will be speaking in Hmong. And I'll be speaking in English, but it won't be all one or entirely one or the other. Because we have some Hmong parents. I speak English, they just say, so I gotta be respectful to them. And I'll be speaking English because when I speak Hmong, some young, even Hmong teenagers who grew up in this country, hey dog man, we ain't down with that language no more, dog. So I'll be speaking Hmong in English. I don't call it Hmong in English, I just call it the new language, Hmonglish. Okay? Now, by show of hands, thinking this, see Hmong, how many Hmong parents are here today and brought their kids? Good. I'm glad you all came out, okay? How many of the Hmong kids in the audience, the Hmong youth in the audience were born in the United States? Okay. How many of the Hmong people in the crowd were born in Laos or Thailand? How many of you guys don't know where you're born? That's a very serious question. A lot of people don't know where they're born. When I was little, I went to school. Teacher asked us where you were born. And I went home and I asked my mom. They say, class, go home and ask your mom and dad where you were born. which state, which hospital, which town, which doctor delivered you. And I went home and I asked my mom because we first came here. I came here when I was 6 years old. I was born in the country of Laos, but when I came here, I was 6 years old. I went to school, and I actually came home and said, "Nia, I said, Mom, teacher wants to know when we were born." My mother's answer was, "Come on, Shaw. Con đơ lo na chọc chở na. Lấy chở ta tao xí xí na. Trâu đây thì tao mò nào. Có chỉ nói cho cái việc của nó sống đó. Chỉ một cái con trâu mà hả? Wow, mình tu cho cái nó kia. So I actually wrote down what my mother said. In English. That's our Hmong family. That's what he's saying. He's just saying, "I like you." So I went to school and I wrote down exactly what my mother told me in English. I had my sister help me translate it. And Bobby, we had everyone sharing time. Bobby came up. "Hi everyone, my name is Bobby Johnson. I was born at St. Joseph Hospital at 3:30 a.m. in the morning. The doctor delivered me is Dr. Joseph so-and-so, so-and-so." Tou Ger's turn. I went over my baby too. My mother said it was a cold night. The rice harvest was good. The corn were tall, and she said she heard a knock at the door in the middle of the night. Or she said she heard about like crickets go. And she opened the door, and there I was. I was wrapped up in a cloth. I'm a child of God sent down from heaven. And the other Caucasian peers looked at me like, "Oh man, you're weird." You know? But in Laos, we didn't have birth certificates. So that's how we remember how we were born. Now I have to ask, I know that some non-Hmong people are here too. And today I will be speaking, I'm going to pick on you. What's your name? Heather? Heather, I will be speaking in Hmong, and not because I'm trying to not because I'm talking about you. You ever sit next to Hmong people and you hear them talking to Hmong, Heather? Hey, you never met Hmong people? Okay. Well, if you ever sit next to Hmong people, well, there's a bunch right here. What's your name? Armida? Armida, you know Hmong people.
Yeah.
You ever sit next to Hmong people and you hear them talking in their language, and you sometimes think, "Are they talking about me?" Chances are they are talking about you. Especially if you hear something like this. I wonder what Armida. They know we're talking about you. No, but really, Armida, I say things in Hmong because if I translate it, it doesn't mean the same thing. There are some things in our language that is so beautiful. It's like Shakespearean poetry. In fact, the Hmonker, my father's generation, they would go to the mountains to talk to the Hmong ladies in the mountains in Laos. And they would say something to the ladies, and ooh, the girls would melt. But if you translate to English, Armida, it doesn't have the same effect. My father used to say to the Hmong girls, "Mi lem wo." Mà rong câu chủ lấy phố tên tu tuần sai phong trùng tu lo. Chế tổ có cho bảo chữ căn gì. And the Hmong mothers would go. They would melt. But if you translate to English, it doesn't mean the same thing. Really, what my father was saying is, "Oh, my fellow Hmong sister. You are so beautiful, like the daughter who fell from the heavens, that when you fart, it must smell good." See how it doesn't have the same effect? So, now, let me get a little hair real quick. How many of you know a little bit about the Hmong history, why we came to America, and where our ancestors came from? Okay? For those of you that raise hands, I'll tell you. The Hmong people, we are more than a 4,000-year-old culture. We originated from the country of China. So people say, "Are you guys Chinese?" No. Because the Chinese people have their own languages and cultures and traditions, and the Chinese people lived in the low valleys, while we, the Hmong people, lived up high in the mountains. I tell everyone, we're the hillbillies of Asia. No. We don't say, "Oh!" But said, if you Hmong people don't become Chinese like us, we're going to kill you. We said, no, we want to retain our culture as the free people of the mountains. So we went to war with the more powerful Chinese and we lost. We had to face south of China to the countries of Laos, Thailand, Vietnam, and Burma. We lived in the high mountains peacefully for about 200 years. Right about 1960, when John F. Kennedy was president, a secret war started in our countries between communist and non-communist governments. And folks, at that time, no Americans were supposed to be in the country of Laos. So what happened? Shh! The CIA came into Hmong villages to ask the Hmong people to fight. The first Hmong met the Americans, when they came in, they said, you Hmong people, you help us fight, we'll take care of you. What are we supposed to fight with? They said, don't worry, we'll give you all the guns, you provide the soldiers. What happens if we lose? We'll take care of you, we promise. So a promise was made to the Hmong people, and we agreed to fight. As the United States Secret Army, we fought in what was known as the Secret Wars in Laos for 15 years. Why don't you read about this stuff in American history books? It was kept secret from government officials in this country. Because young Hmong soldiers, if you were 13, 14, 15, the rule was if you're taller than the machine gun and you can shoot it without falling down, you were encouraged to go fight for freedom. Thousands of our young people died. My father went to war at the age of 15. And to make a long story short, the Hmong and Americans fought for 15 years together. 1975, when the war was over, Americans returned home to America. Hmong people said, well, now wait a minute, where do we go? In May of 1975, there was a secret document that went around the government, and that document stated, kill all of the Hmong people who sided with the Americans. Shh, if you're Hmong, you better get your family together. Pack some food, grab a knife or a gun to protect your family along the way. Talk about making a run for the border. This time it ain't for Taco Bell, right? This time you're running for your lives. The night we made our escape, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. Now we heard about some Hmong families who made it across the border, which is this huge river. We heard about those who died trying because we knew soldiers waited to shoot people who tried to leave. My father had a plan. 1 o'clock in the morning, we waited. These fishermen came with their boat. My dad paid them some money. They put their entire family onto the boat and they canoed across. It was about a 45-minute ride in the dark. They paddled us to the other side, and when we made it to safety, these fishermen said to my father, you guys stay here, we'll go back and get your neighbors. They canoed back and they picked up 23 people in our neighbor's family. Most of them were little children. Well, halfway to the other side, the same fishermen that helped our family, they pointed their guns at our neighbors. They robbed them of everything they had. After that, they just threw everyone into the water. Of those 23 people, 18 died. Only 5 made it to safety. So when I don't do my homework, my father tells me this story all the time. Son, don't you know I went through war? I had to sacrifice everything. I hid in the jungle for months. I had to eat the fruits and berries off the trees to stay alive. Why? So I can bring your little butt to America and go to your room and study. He tells us that story and I don't do too good in school. I'm here to share that story. Now I tell you this next story because when we first came to America, we were some of the first Hmong families who came. And I went to school and not a lot of Asian kids in my school. And all of the Caucasian kids came up to me, they said this to me all the time. They come up. Hey, Tou, you're the first Hmong person that I met. Hey, Tou, you're the only Asian person we know. Did they say that once or twice? No, they said that all the time. After a while, it made me think about something. I remember the first time I saw someone who was different and how weird it made me feel. Because after we escaped the country of Laos, we lived in a refugee camp in Thailand for 4 years. In this refugee camp where we lived, everyone there was Hmong, which means everyone, they kind of look like me, right? Just like me, all Hmong people have dark black hair. Just like me, all Hmong people have brown eyes, and just like me, all Hmong people have short, flat, beautiful noses. I remember the first day I saw someone who looked different. In the refugee camps, we have these people called missionaries who come in and talk about the Bible. And one day this missionary came in. How can we tell he's not Hmong like us? Because we Hmong people, he don't grow very tall. But when this thing came into the village, whoa, I remember. He was huge. He had a long black robe on, had a cross around his neck, a Bible in his hand. He walked around our camp and this is what he did. Blah, 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 blah. I was 6 years old. His language, he didn't speak our language. To my ears, it sounded like blah, 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 blah. I remember running around outside with my friends. All of a sudden, I said to my friend, hey, when it get big, blah, 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 blah. Black hair, that thing has. Woo, yellow hair. I never saw blonde hair before. Oh, yeah, brown eyes he has. Ooh, I thought Mississippi. That thing's got blue eyes. Like I said, all Hmong people, we have short, flat, beautiful noses. I remember this missionary person had a nose that came all the way up to here. I said to my mom, Mom, we bring outside, we saw Thomas, the brown haired boys over there. My mother's exact words were, son, don't go too close. You go too close, those blonde haired blue monster there. Bite you. She was only kidding. Because I know for a fact some of you have blonde haired blue eyes and you're nice people, you don't bite. At least I hope you don't. One day my father came home. This was still in the refugee camps before we came. I was 6 years old. My father had a big smile on his face. He said a word I never heard before. He said, wife and children, I have good news. We're gonna get to go to a new home where there's no war, to a place called America. I was pretty smart, so I turned to my dad. See, they call America Yashina. Hey, Dad, what's America? Now, in our country, we didn't have television or running water or electricity. So my father's funny way of explaining America was, son, America's a beautiful place where there's no war and it's way up there, son, in the clouds. Hey, Dad, if America's up there in the clouds like you say, how are we gonna get there? Son, to get to America, our entire family must get into this big, huge metal bird. That's what he calls an airplane. He said, son, we take the metal bird, woo, up to the cloud. When it disappears in the clouds, that's what America is. And folks, I just remember, cool. I go America, you don't go America. Yeah. And I was excited that we were gonna get to come to America because we heard stories that in America, you guys are lucky because unlike the Hmong people, Americans don't have to wake up at night afraid soldiers to come shoot the families because there's no war. We heard American people have good clothes to wear, good food to eat, get to go to school, laugh and play together. I remember thinking, America, it's our new home up in the clouds in the sky. I believe I can fly. Yes! After living in that refugee camp for 4 years, my family finally came to America. I forgot to tell you guys, I have 6 brothers and 4 sisters. Well, let's hear it, ladies. Every time I say to all the ladies, woo, your poor mother. My buddies in college say, hey, dude, your dad had it going on. I said, no, it's not like that. In our culture, we live in an agrarian society where your entire family has to farm to get enough food. You have to have a big family to survive. We did not have nurses, doctors, and hospitals down the street, which meant many kids died before they saw their 5th birthday due to malnutrition or diseases. Very common. If you have 4 kids in your family, you will starve, so you need big families to survive. That's why Hmong people have lots of children. And besides, my father did have it going on. Now, my oldest sister had come to America a few years before the rest of us did because she was married in Laos. She came here in 1975 because her husband came here. It took her 4 years to fill out lots of paperwork so that we get to come live with her. Let me tell you guys, I will never forget the first day when we arrived in America. When we came out of that huge metal bird at the airport, whoa, everything was so exciting and new. We were just like that new refugee family some of you may have seen on the Discovery Channel, right? Whoa! There were red lights, green lights, yellow lights, fast cars, tall buildings, everything so exciting and new. But, Mom and Dad, how come in America there's so many black-haired blue-eyed monsters everywhere? She just said, don't go too close. We came out of the airport, they put us in these little cars. They're going to take us to the place that we are going to stay. In our country, it is hot, it is sticky. If you behave yourselves, mom and dad will take you to the store, they buy you a nice cold generic ice cream. Sometimes if they cannot afford ice cream, they'll give children a cup of ice. And it's so hot, all kids love to chew on ice. You can take it outside and brag, I have ice, you don't have ice. We love to chew on ice. But guess what? When we came to America, we came straight to Minnesota. In the winter. We never seen snow before, so when my brother opened up that car door, we got so excited. My brother and I went up to this big pile of white stuff. You guys call it snow. Hey, not bad. We didn't know any better. We're eating stuff like this candy. Little dirt there. My sister, she saw us eating stuff. She said, no, you cannot eat that stuff. Come inside. So we followed her inside the house. She was going to teach us some new words about American culture. She said, everyone come here. This is the American house. She said, come here. You see this? In America, we call this thing sofa. Everyone try that now. Sofa. No, not like that. Like this. Sofa. We call it refrigerator. Everyone say that without spitting at the people around you. Refrigerator. Very good. She said you open like this. Grab some food. When you're done, you gotta close it quick. So my turn. Open, close, open, close. We're having so much fun playing with all of the neat new things in an American house that we had never seen before. My brother and I, woo! We almost forgot too. We had to go. We had to go pee. Woo! My brother had to go pee. I had to go pee. What did we do? We did what we always did in the country where we came from. We just went outside, right? Don't ask me why, but I'll still tell you. Ever since we were little, mom and dad said, boys, if you have to pee, go outside and pee by the tree. Girls, they go into the woods. So we made a connection ever since we were this big. Pee by the tree is where you pee. We went outside, saw the first tree by our neighbor's yard, just about to go and pee by the tree. My sister saw what we were about to do. She said, no, you cannot be outside anymore. It's America. That's her answer for everything. It's America. She says to us in the Hmong language, which literally means, come with me, I'll take you to that special bean place. We got excited. We followed her upstairs. She opens up the door to the bathroom. She said to us, this is the special bean room. We look into the pain room. Where's the tree? She said, no, silly, you don't need tree to pee anymore. You pee it here. Folks, she pointed to the thing. In our country, we play outside barefoot all the time. Mom and dad always said, wash your dirty feet before you go to bed. First time I saw the thing, you guys call it the toilet, I was thinking, wow, American people have a special machine made just for washing feet. Even you say, hey, you stick your feet in the toilet? She said, no, that's where you pee. I said, are you sure? She said, yes. So we pee. My brother and I are very short at the time, so we had to tiptoe pee too. After we peed, we ran downstairs. She said, no, you cannot just pee and go, but you have to flush the toilet. Think about that for a second. If you guys come from a country where you don't have toilets, do you think you'd have a word for flushing the toilet? Well, my sister said flush the toilet. In the Hmong language, it translated to mean something like, you boys must drain all of your pee away. Somehow. What do you want us to do? Grab a cup, scoop up the pee, take it outside? We should just pee by the tree. What's the point? We didn't know how the toilet works. She said, come here, silly. I'll show you. It's very easy. It's America. Now count to 3. And in Hmong, it's E, O, Bay. Everyone count, please. E, wait. She had an idea. She said, you come closer so you see better. Now you watch. She grabs a few sheets of toilet paper. Count to 3 and watch what happens. E, O, bay. She puts her finger on a switch. Shh, we heard a noise. Shh. Starts to get louder. Shh, she yells, step back or the toilet will suck you in. We heard a loud noise. My brother and I look in the toilet. Everything disappeared into a little hole about this big. Ooh, yeah. She said, you be careful. Next time you pee, you stand too close, you flush toilet. Shh, they cool name to that they are. I was this big, my brother was this big, we believed her. For 2 weeks we would go. We would use the bathroom after that. E, O, B. Get it off the Next time you go to the bathroom, you be careful too, guys. We had a lot of fun growing up here. Now, why did I tell you those stories? You know, we as Americans do live in the greatest and richest, most powerful country on earth. Yet we take so many things for granted as Americans. Every child born in America knows that the snow is not for 80 idiots to make a snowball or a snowman. Soft sofa, you can sit down, put your feet on the lazy boy chair. If you are bored, you can push a button, watch your favorite program on TV. Kids can play video games and surf the internet. If you are hungry, you don't have to go hunt for your food and cook it around the fire every day. You can open up a refrigerator, grab something. If it's too cold, well, pop it in the microwave. 4 minutes and your food is warm, like it came out of a stove. We really do live in a lap of luxury. Yeah, we talk a lot of the things we don't have. I share those stories because I think about the blonde hair and blue eyes. I think for us to celebrate our diversity, we need to learn to look at ourselves from someone else's perspective. I talk about the blonde hair, blue eyes because when we first came here, every kid in school called me the flat-nosed China boy because my nose was small as the most. However, for the Hmong, we first came here, Hmong people actually had a nickname we call Caucasian folks. We call you guys Ganjun Day, the long-nosed people. Because to us, the most scariest feature on your face was your nose. In addition to having a long nose, your average American 6 foot, blonde hair, blue eyes. When you talk, you're very expressive and you look down at us because we don't go very tall. We're looking at you. It's scary because your nostrils are flaring in our face. I'm afraid something might shoot out at me. I'm going to talk a little bit about school and then we'll go to some rap performances. How many of you guys, to the young folks in the room, how many of you guys take a bus to school? Isn't that exciting? In our country, every single morning, no big yellow bus. We wake up, 8 go, with these huge wooden baskets on your back, start hiking to the fields. You get to the garden, plantation, you're working. We don't have a watch. How do we know it's lunchtime? When the sun is high in the sky, we bring out our rice. After that, back to work we go. Ooh, sun's going down, pack up, we start hiking home. We do that day after day after day. In America, everybody gets to go to school. My first day of school. I got dressed up, waited outside my mom, kind of excited, a little bit scared I waited. My mother waited with me. All of a sudden, this long, huge yellow bus pulled up to the curb. Good morning, come on in. My mother said, me too. Son, time to go to school. Mom, are you coming with me too? She said, I don't go, you know, you have to go. Mom, if you don't go, I don't want to go. My mother told me in secret that maybe went. She said, son, I tell you a secret. We live in America. If you do exactly what American people do, you'll be okay. You just do what they do. Everyone say that, please. Do what they do. Remember that secret, son. Do what they do, mom. You promise. And I got on this bus by myself. I forgot to tell you when Hmong people first came here, many of us got lost. Because we did not speak English, many Hmong children got on a wrong bus that ended up at a different school. So my sister was pretty smart. She gave me a big yellow name tag. She wrote my name, my address, and the bottom she added, if this boy get lost, please call this phone number. I want you to sit down. I remember the other kids looking at me like they never saw an Asian person before. I went and I found a seat. Bus took us to school. When the bus driver opened up the door, all of the American kids did this. They put their backpacks on, grabbed their little Flintstone lunch boxes. They started skipping to class like this. American kids love to skip. Oh, hi, Bobby. Hi, Mary. Hi, Mrs. Johnson. Most kids never skipped like that before. First time I saw some of you guys skip, I was thinking, hey, you guys walk kind of funny in this class. My mother says, if you don't want to get in trouble, you. Like a dummy, right? Followed this kid, everyone went to sit down, and when I followed seat 2. We heard a bell. Every student stood up, put their hands to their chest. I pledge allegiance to the flag. My mother just said, do what they do. They sat down. Are there any teachers or faculty or staff here at Chico State in the room? Thank you for being here. That's you too, Dr. Portis. You could raise your hand. I think teachers are great. Had it not been for my cool teachers, I don't think I have the fun job that I have today. I have traveled to 44 states and given over 1,300 programs in the last 8 years as a professional speaker, entertainer. I've been very blessed. I started presenting for high schools and junior high and elementary, and now I do it for corporations as well too. So this is what I do full time. I'm sure you guys appreciate your teachers too. In a way, they've inspired me to be an educator. Let's give all of our teachers a big round of applause. Great, but I gotta tell you about the first teacher I had. She scared me. Why? Because there's something about American teachers. As soon as my first teacher saw me, this is what she did. Oh! Boys and girls, we have a new student. I did exactly what you did. My teacher continued to ask me, what's your name? I still said. I figured out she was trying to ask my name because she tried to pronounce my name for my name tag. Is your name Tou Ger Xiong? My name in Hmong is Tou Ger Xiong. Never heard anyone say it that way before. I was thinking to myself, she said, class, everyone say Tou Ger Xiong. From that day on, my new name became Tou Ger Xiong. Let me tell you, I had a lot of fun in grade school. Because when we were in grade school, did we sit down and do our work all day? No. No. What do we have? Recess, got to go outside and play kickball, hopscotch, on the swing, on the monkey bars. When we were little, we came back inside, we had nap time. We had fun activities like cutting, pasting, drawing. And boys and girls, my favorite class, it was music class. You got to do this in music class every single day. Feet on the floor, hands on your knees, smile on your face, if you please. I think think it'd be cool if every class here at Chico State can start out that way, huh? Every staff meeting, board meeting, corporate America starts out that way. I don't think we'd have any corporate scandals, right? Because everyone get along. Everyone please do that with me on 3. 1, 2, 3. Feet on the floor, hands on your knees, smile on your face, if you please. Now look at each other like this. We had a lot of fun. But I have to be honest with you folks. After a while, I did not like going to school anymore. Not because I didn't like to learn. I started to learn some things about myself. Every single morning, Mom and Dad got up at 5 or 6 o'clock every morning. They got up so early. I said, Dad, why do you get up so early? His answer is, son, it's great to be alive. Don't you know a lot of our friends died in the war? They never made it to America. All of our friends, we left everything behind in Laos. We went to war, we came halfway around the world so you can have education. Now get up, don't be lazy. But Dad, the bus doesn't get here till 8:30. So what? Get up at 6. And he woke us up, and my dad has some pretty strict rules. He'll give you a good spanking if you were not ready for school. Brush your teeth, wash that stuff out of your eyes, comb your hair, put your good clothes on. Did you check in the mirror? Did you check in the mirror? Did you check in the mirror? You check in the mirror. We had 10 kids in our house. We had 1 bathroom and 1 mirror. So he woke us up in sections. The older ones, the middle ones, and the little ones. I'm always at the end of the line. Okay, Dad, I'm checking in the mirror. I'm checking in the mirror. I don't know about everyone in this room. But for me, I didn't like checking in the mirror. Because I did not like what I saw. When I look in the mirror, I started asking questions. Why is my skin color darker than those American kids? Why is the shape of my nose and my eyes different? Why do I have dark black hair and the kids at school have brown or blonde hair? Why do we go to school, we speak English, we come home, we speak Hmong? Turn the TV on. We did not see any Hmong or Asian families. We saw quote-unquote American families. So I started asking questions. Maybe we, the Hmong people, are not as cool as those American people. Why? We also came at a time when no one knew about our history. There's something in America we call fear of the unknown. What we don't know, we fear. We're crazy about UFOs and extraterrestrials. And you and I both know sometimes our fears come across in how we talk to each other, how we treat each other. And on a daily basis, there were those kids who helped us to believe that we were not as cool because we walked down the hall. They said these things to us all the time. Hey, you flat-nosed China boy, go back to your country. You don't belong here. They did this with their eyes to make fun of us. Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees. They said some pretty stupid things that went true. Hey, Tou, you guys eat cats and dogs. No, we don't. Hey, Tou, my father went to this country called Vietnam. He said he shot a bunch of people that look like you. And my favorite one, hey, Tou, we were just all wondering, are you related to Bruce Lee? Sometimes they get so mad I play along. Leave me alone, Uncle Bruce will kick your butt. And outside on the playground, where the teacher cannot keep an eye on all the students, that's where I hated it the most. Because that's where some of the teachers, when they turn around, there are some kids that are just waiting for the perfect opportunity, like it was the cool thing to do. Watch this. They come up and trip us. Some of them will push us. Some of them hit us. One day it got beat up again. I was crying, the teacher said something like, young man, if you can't stop crying, we might have to send you home. So I cried louder. And they sent me home. I came home, I wanted to tell my mom something. When I got home, I said to her, Mia, Mom, we go to school, we don't do anything to those American kids. Why don't they spit at us? They call us names, they beat us up, today got beat up again. They say we should go back to our country, Mom. What should we do? That day, my mother said something to me that confused me even more. I did not understand why she said that until I was older. But keep in mind, my mom and dad are not like American parents who watch news in the morning, drink coffee, read paper, and drive to work. You see, folks, my mom and dad don't speak English. In Laos, they learned to speak 3 different languages. My father had little education, but he worked his way up to become captain in the army with the CIA. My father was a leader of 5 villages. In America, he cleans toilets and he takes out people's trash for $3.25 an hour. Where we live, they call it the projects or the ghetto. We call it home. So when I told my mother I was getting beat up, this is what my mother says. It's your fault those American kids are picking on you, son. Why? Because you're walking by them. She said, let me explain. When you walk by them, they're going to trip you. They're going to push you. They're going to hit you. If you stay far away, they cannot touch you, can they? She says your fault they call your names too because you look at them. When you look at them, they look at you. They know you're listening. That's why they call your name. Don't look at them, she said. Don't walk by them. You'll be okay. She said, be happy. You have a second chance living life in a country where there's no war. If they spit on you, you have a big heart. You wipe it off and you go about your business. You do good in school. What? And that comes from your mind. What do you do? You take it to heart, and that's what a lot of people did. That's what a lot of my friends did too. You walk down the hall. American kids walk right and step out the window. If they look at us, hey, don't look at them. Look at the ground. Act stupid. And for a long time, I didn't like going to school because at school I didn't feel like I was an American. The other kid says, you're not an American because you don't have a cool name like Tom, Mary, Bobby, Sue, Mike, Joe, and Steve. And you know what I would try to do to fit in to be an American? I would try to speak perfect English so no one can detect my accent and ask me where I came from. Before and after school, my brother and I, we would go like this and pinch each other's nose and pull it out, you know. So kids can't call us fat nose. But there was a reality check, because at home my daddy always said, check in the mirror. You cannot change the color of your skin, the shape of your nose, your eyes. I said, why, Dad? He said, that is how your creator made you, son. So we go to school, we're never going to be American to some of those people. We came home, anyone in junior high in the room? Anyone in junior high school students? We came home when I was in junior high, my mother said something to me that broke my heart. She said, you Hmong children in America, you're too American, you're not Hmong anymore. You don't know your culture. You don't know your language, you don't respect your elders, you are a shame to your people. What? We go to school, we try to be American, we're not American. We come home, we're not Hmong. Where did we go? Well, I'm going to tell you something. I was pretty smart because I made a connection. I realized if I walk home by myself, sometimes I get beat up. But what happens if I walk home with 7 or 8 of my Hmong friends? We don't get beat up, do we? We start out nothing more than a bunch of nerdy ESL students. English is a second language students. We pull those green checker pants way high, we walk nerdy like this too. Now, do we look alike? Do we talk alike and walk alike? We sure do. So what does that make us to other people who do not understand the Hmong? You see those guys? They're in a gang? That's an Asian gang. What? We didn't know what the word gang meant. But we saw gang people on TV carry knives. They wore baggy clothes. They talk back to the teacher. Gang people on TV get in fights. And gang people on TV sure didn't stand around nerdy like us. Gang people on TV stood around like this. There's a little saying that says, be careful what you pretend to be. Because in the end, you are what you pretend to be. That became the story of my friends. We were nothing but a bunch of wannabes. We figured if we look tough, other people will leave us alone because in numbers there's power. I realized that was the same idea that many Americans picked up when they first came to America. The Italians, the French, Poles, and the other groups who came here, the Germans. And now it was our turn. And this little nerdy walk among my group of friends, they turned into one of these. Yeah, man, don't mess with us. The Asian brother kick your butt. And that's why I do what I do, because I have a lot of friends who got caught up in the criminal justice system. Some of them are locked up. They graduated from high school. Now, what was the difference between myself and my peers? It's okay. I learned something in 6th grade. I had one Caucasian friend. He's got blonde hair, blue eye, long nose. I was one of the first Hmong friends to befriend other people who were not Hmong. So I went and hang out with this white guy. His name is, he got blonde hair, blue eye, long nose. His name is Dale, right? And I go to his house to play video games. My friend Dale says, "Dude, where do you live? You always come play my stuff. Where do you live? Can I come over? 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 Can I come over?" I don't know. Most people don't judge you how good your heart is. They judge you by the clothes you wear. They call your dad drives. If my friend Dale saw that we were poor, he might not want to be my friend. If he doesn't come over, I might not get to play Miss Pac-Man anymore, right? So I finally said, "Okay, you can see where you come to my house." We lived in the projects. We had roaches in our house, so I was afraid too. So I brought my only Caucasian friend home. As we walked into the house, I'm thinking, "Oh my gosh, I hope the roaches don't come out," you know. We walk into the house. My mother saw my blonde-haired friend. She said, "Mi nai, có cho có tụi phi lo cần nó dùng đi đâu mà?" My friend Dale says, dude, what'd she say? She said, "Come on in, sit down. I'm supposed to give you a cup of water or something to drink because you are our guest." My friend Dale says, "Oh, cool, like you know what she's saying is all, huh?" I know what she's saying, that's my mom. Open your books to page 5, read 10 pages. Done, teacher. I go home, my daddy said, "Coach, you're gonna..." I know what he's saying. In school and gym class, I ran faster than all American kids. Who's the first president of the United States? George Washington. Who's the president with the tall black hat, long black beard? Abraham Lincoln. Who's the big fat farmer with the big fat blue eyes? I know, Mr. Paul Bunyan. I also know when I go home, I live in another world. I have to think in Hmong at home. I have to act Hmong. I have to speak Hmong. At night I dream in Hmong and I have to eat. I don't have to eat Hmong food. I don't have to eat Hmong people, but I have to eat Hmong food, huh? And you know my little secret is? It's not that when I go to school, I'm not American. It's not that when I go home, I'm not Hmong. I have one foot in each culture. I live in two worlds. My cup is not half empty. It is half full. And I realized when we young people feel good about who we are, we will do good. And that was a huge attitude shift between myself and my peers. That really helped me to get through some of those high school years. Now, I don't want to brag, but hey, when we feel good, we will do good. I graduated, I started joining student council in high school. I played basketball and tennis, and I did theater and speech, and I graduated first in my class. I had a sister, a year older than me. She was also the valedictorian. And a sister 2 years younger than me, she was also the valedictorian. We gave the speeches at graduation. Teachers asked my mom and dad the same question at graduation. "Mr. Xiong, Mrs. Xiong, what did you give your children that made them so smart?" They don't speak English. They say, "Oh no, you do a good job, teacher. Thank you very much." My dad and mom, they don't speak much English. But my dad does know how to say, "2 Big Mac." Because my dad loves Big Mac, right? But he doesn't speak English. So he always says, "Son, please take us to get Big Mac." Because he doesn't want to go to McDonald's by himself. He doesn't want to point his finger at pictures and order because people might laugh at him. But he can drive. So we said, "Dad, you and Mom can go by yourself. There's this thing called drive-thru, Dad. You don't have to look at anyone or talk to anyone." We said, "Dad, you drive the car, roll your window down, you talk to the machine. When the machine talks to you, you yell, 2 Big Mac. Make sure they hear you, Dad. When you're done, you just drive up to the window, give them your money, they give you your food and all your change, and you just drive away." And that's what my dad did. He said he went through the drive-thru with my mom for the first time. He got so scared. He rolled his window down. "Welcome to McDonald's. What can we get for you today, sir?" 2 Big Mac. "Will you care for anything to drink with that, sir?" 2 Big Mac. "How about some fries? Would you care for apple pie today?" 2 Big Mac. He doesn't know why they give him 6 Big Macs. What, you did that too? I didn't realize that being Hmong was unique in many ways too. The reason why I was ashamed I was Hmong, we were labeled refugee, immigrants, and aliens. When I think of refugee and immigrant, I see people running away from war in dirty clothes. When I think about the word alien, I see the big-headed green guy with the two big eyes, right? I say, hey, that's not us. My father said, son, we Hmong people are warriors. We were hunters and soldiers and farmers. We were hired by the United States CIA as a secret weapon for 15 years in Southeast Asia. And he said, son, you know, when I was in my country, I was a proud man. I cut down tree and build a house, I cut down tree and build a house. I shoot squirrel, I don't need a license. I shoot deer, shoot elephant, I don't need a license. In America, there are too many laws I don't understand. He said, I drive car, they say I need a license. I go fishing, I need a license. When I drive, he says so many things, tell me where to go. One way this way, one way this way. Red light stop, green light go, yellow light go very fast. But his point is we were proud people. I brought a show and tell, and then we'll go into a rap performance. My stories are not unique, they are your stories too. You guys have story books, open up, tell your stories. Hmong people have found out. When you folks say that, for those who are not Hmong, say found out. Found out is not a story book, it is a story cloth. Like American people, we have short stories. Can I have you help me out, Heather, since you're tall? Like American folks, we have long stories just like this. On this side, you see a story of the Hmong soldiers, the Hmong people running away from the soldiers as they blew up our villages and our homes. Read down the story cloth, you'll see my father was right when we had to hide in the jungle and eat what we could find off the trees to stay alive. This is the same river that thousands of our Hmong families had to escape to get to freedom. Along the way, thousands died. I think about this story, and I think about what my mother said when she said, son, you should be glad you have a second chance living life in America where there's no war. She said, be happy you have 2 arms and 2 feet. I said, why, Mom? She said, you have an uncle who wasn't lucky. He stepped on a landmine, he heard an explosion, his right leg disappeared. We have an aunt in Colorado who cannot see or hear because when the bomb blew up in her face, it took out her eardrums. She's partially blind. And there's still grandparents in our Hmong community today with dark patches of skin still falling off after the 15 years of biological chemicals dropped in our country. I think about these stories, I say, you know what, my mother was right, I should stop complaining and appreciate what I have. Now how does this relate to American history? This river to the Hmong people is kind of like the Trail of Tears is to the Native Americans in their march for their freedom. It is to the Hmong people what the Underground Railroad, what Harriet Tubman meant to the slaves in their escape for their freedom. How many of you have read about Harriet Tubman? It cannot even begin to compare what the Jews went through during the Holocaust and many, many other groups who came to America in search of a better life. Anyone in the audience are of Irish ancestry. Your ancestors were so hungry they were eating grass to stay alive, and I thought, wow, it is not just my story, it is all of our stories. Thank you, Henry. Let's keep it going. Now, I also reinforce some of my stories through rap. And before you folks go, I'm going to send you off with some rap songs. But please bear with me because usually I perform with a microphone, and our microphone in here blew out today. So we're going to work with what we have. So I really need you to kind of pay attention, but also there's some parts that you got to sing along too. I want to tell you why I rap. I think rap, right before I was going to rap in front of 500 teachers, this little teacher raised her hand in the middle of the room. She asked me, Tou, why do you rap? Isn't that usually associated with the negative stuff I see in MTV? I said, no ma'am, not exactly. Rap to me represents a youth language, an MTV hip-hop generation. I said, let me give you an example of an adult language. She asked me, what do you mean? I said, well, think about it. When you adults met each other today, you spoke in adult language. It goes like this. Hello there, here's it Bob, nice to meet you, Bob, where you from? Oh, I'm the vice principal over there at North High School. Here's it Tom, nice to meet you, Tom. We gotta get together sometime at network. Sure, let me give you my card, and let me give you my card. Have your people call my people, and we'll do lunch. Okay, oh yeah, you betcha. Young people I work with, they speak a youth language, they go like this. Yo, what's up, dog? They don't say my colleagues, my co-workers. They say my homies, my G, and my crew. They don't say it's time to go. They say, yo, dog, we got the jet, bro. Why you be tripping? Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Traditionally, Hmong girls are very shy. They cover their mouths. They go like this. Today, they don't do that anymore, do they, ladies? Today, they do this. You better recognize. Don't talk to me. Talk to the hand. Little 13-year-old Hmong girl, she did this one to me. Talk to the hand because you're not the man. Talk to the palm because you're not the bomb. Talk to the elbow because you're not worth the extension. This Hmong mother said, Tou Ger, I don't understand my son. I said, what's wrong with your son? I take him to the doctor. The doctor said his leg not broken, he's a healthy boy, but I don't understand why he walks like this all the time. My daughter goes outside to play with her friends, she come home really late at night. It's snowing outside. I don't see mosquito in the winter, but my daughter tell me mosquito bite her neck. Some of you didn't get that one, but we'll keep it that way. So, please bear with me. When I rap, I have to pause and breathe and catch my breath. I point to you as audience members. You sing along. Your part goes. Go, Hmong boy, go, Hmong boy, go. Go, Hmong boy, go, Hmong boy, go. You say that twice, and then you say, bite that spicy egg, grow, Hmong boy. You know egg rolls are, right? Yeah. That's my favorite food. This is my song. I'll put the two together. Someday you write your own songs, you can write anything. Have some pepperoni pizza, live in la vida. So let's practice. Please repeat after me. Say, go, Hmong boy, go, Hmong boy, go. 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 Bite that spicy egg, grow, Hmong boy. Everyone a little louder, please. Bite that spicy egg, grow, Hmong boy. All right. We're going to add a little bit of my energy in here. All the young folks in the crowd. If you are a student at Chico State, that's you too, and everyone younger. If you're still in high school, junior high, that's you. Please sit up straight in your seats. If you are still a student, please sit up straight in your seats. Hands down by your sides. Relax your shoulders. And you students, when you sing, you gotta do this. Go, Hmong boy, go, Hmong boy, go. Go, Hmong boy, go, Hmong boy, go. Bite that spicy egg. Go, Hmong boy, good. Moms and dads and professors and faculty and staff, you cannot do that. Moms and dads and faculty and professors and staff, you have to do this. Go, Hmong boy, go. Go, Hmong boy, go, Hmong boy, go. Bite that spicy egg. Does everybody know their parts? Maybe put my rapping hat on and we can get jiggy with it. As you can see, I'm Asian and I'm not black. When I'm about to say might sound like slack, but just lend me your ears and hear me out. I come to tell you what I'm all about. Yes, my name is Tou, and I come to say I'm the refugee talented in many ways. Go, Hmong boy, go, Hmong boy, go. Go, Hmong boy, go, Hmong boy, go. Bite that spicy egg, go, Hmong boy. It's gonna be a long I'll give you guys another chance. I see a few ladies saying, oh, we're too cool for this. Okay, I'm gonna give you another chance. Here we go. Shh, yo. Well, you might think it's weird to see that I'm Asian. I'm busting some rhymes on such an occasion. Well, let me tell you how I came to be. I was born in Laos in 1973. And in my culture, we sing and we dance. But I'ma start rapping and take my chance. And even though this is my first rap, you don't have to like it. You don't have to clap. To those you listening, it might be nice to see this Hmong boy kick it like vanilla. Nice. Go, Hmong boy, go, Hmong boy, go. Go, Hmong boy, go, Hmong boy, go. Bite that spicy. Hey, I'm gonna give you one more chance. This time, if I don't see any motion in your section, I will come right up the stairs and find out which lame department you work for, or which lame school you go to, or what you're studying. All right, here we go. Yo, I fled my country at the age of 4, all because of the Vietnam War. My family was running from place to place, running from the guns at a very fast pace. My people was dying here and there, dead women and children everywhere. When I think about these tragedies, thank goodness for my life and my families. And now that I live in the US of A, I'm proud to be and I'm glad to say, but sometimes I face resentment from others and feel only the wrong of my sisters and my brothers. Wherever I go, people give me the eyes. They call me that Oriental guy with my brown face and my dark hair. It still doesn't give them the right to stare. Deep down inside, hey, I'm just like you with emotional feelings and affection too. Hey, everybody knows what's right or wrong. Can we all just learn to get along? Go, mom boy, go, mom boy, go. Go, mom boy, go, mom boy, go. Bite that spicy. Hey, go, mom boy. Yo, I want to say thanks to those who accept me for who I am and not for who I should be. I want to say thanks for those beautiful smiles. Make it worth your time. I'll make it worth your while. Until then, peace and universal love soaring through the sky like a beautiful dove. Yo, peace. Thank you for your interactive participation here. Let's see. Sir, where's the dancer? I appreciate your energy. What's your name? You right there with the glasses. I saw you dancing. Yeah, you get your very own Tou Ger Xiong video, all right? Now, I'll do another song for you. This is a song I wrote to a group of 15 guys that I met in jail. I've been in 8 state prisons, as an inmate, but as a speaker, all right? I said, I've been in 8 state prisons. This dude said, oh, you tight, dog. Don't want to mess with you. And this is a rap song. I've always believed that it's never too late to turn your life around, because I saw a lot of my friends get involved in some very negative lifestyles. And some of them started doing drugs, dropping out of school. And I went to visit these 15 guys, and I learned something from them. I work a lot with at-risk young people. If you ask me, I don't like to use the word at-risk. I think a lot of adults are at-risk, myself too. What'd you say? I work with young people who don't have any role models in their lives. They come from poor backgrounds. They don't have a lot of resources in the community. But then, again, there's no excuse too, though. And a lot of young people I work with have very little or low self-esteem. And I think from working with them, I learned that, in a way, it was sort of my life too, but I went to visit these 15 guys, and they were in this jail. They were 13 years old or 17 years old, and they were in some Hmong gangs. So I went in there, and my friend introduced me and said, hey, you guys, we got a speaker that's going to come talk to you. Go ahead, Tou. That's my introduction. Go ahead, Tou. They looked at me like, you better be good. And they just stood there. They're the hardcore gangbangers. Tattoo, tattoo, tattoo. So I went and I said, oh man, where do we start? Can we sit in a circle? They grabbed their chair like, you better be good. And they just sat like this. And I started telling jokes. And when I started telling jokes to them, I knew that they thought my jokes were funny. But they were too cool to laugh because their homies were there. So they sat there like this. They were trying to keep